from Chapter 2, The Early Complex Societies, 3500 to 500 BCE. And we're starting at the section, The Quest for Order. During the 4th millennium BCE, human population increased rapidly in Mesopotamia. Inhabitants had few precedents to guide them in the organization of a large-scale society. At most, they inherited a few techniques for keeping order in the small agricultural villages of Neolithic times. By experimentation and adaptation, however, they created states and governmental machinery that brought political and social order to their territories. Moreover, effective political and military organization enabled them to build regional empires and extend their authority to neighboring peoples. Mesopotamia, the land between the rivers. The place name Mesopotamia comes from the two Greek words meaning the land between the rivers, and it refers specifically to the fertile valleys of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in modern-day Iraq. Mesopotamia receives little rainfall, but the Tigris and Euphrates brought large volumes of fresh water to the region. Early cultivators realized that by tapping these rivers, building reservoirs and digging canals, they could irrigate fields of barley, wheat, and peas. Small-scale irrigation began in Mesopotamia soon after 6000 BCE. Artificial irrigation led to increased food supplies, which in turn supported a rapidly increasing human population and attracted migrants from other regions. Human members grew especially fast in the land of Sumer in the southern half of Mesopotamia. It is possible that the people known as the Sumerians already inhabited this land in the 6th millennium BCE, but it is perhaps more likely that they were later migrants attracted to the region by its agricultural potential. In either case, by about 5000 BCE, the Sumerians were constructing elaborate irrigation networks that helped them realize abundant agricultural harvests. By 3000 BCE, the population of Sumer approached 100,000, an unprecedented concentration of people in ancient times, and the Sumerians were the dominant people of Mesopotamia. While supporting a growing population, the wealth of Sumer also attracted migrants from other regions. Most of the new arrivals were Semitic people, so called because they spoke tongues in the Semitic family of languages, including Akkadian, Aramaic, Hebrew, and Phoenician. Semitic peoples were nomadic herders who went to Mesopotamia from the Arabian and Syrian deserts to the south and west. They often intermarried with the Sumerians, and they largely adapted to Sumerian ways. Beginning around 4000 BCE, as human numbers increased in southern Mesopotamia, the Sumerians built the world's first cities. These cities differed markedly from the Neolithic villages that preceded them. Unlike the earlier settlements, the Sumerian cities were centers of political and military authority, and their jurisdiction extended into the surrounding regions. Moreover, bustling marketplace that drew buyers and sellers from near and far turned the city into economic centers as well. Finally, the cities also served as cultural centers where priests maintained organized religions and scribes developed traditions of writing and formal education. For almost a millennium, from 3200 to 2350 BCE, a dozen Sumerian cities, Eridu, Ur, Uruk, Lagash, Nippur, Kish, and others, dominated public affairs in Mesopotamia. These cities all experienced internal and external pressures that prompted them to establish states, formal governmental institutions that wielded authority throughout their territories. Internally, the cities needed to maintain order and ensure that inhabitants cooperated on community projects. With their expanding populations, the cities also needed to prevent conflicts between urban residents from escalating into serious civic disorder. Moreover, because agriculture was crucial to the welfare of urban residents, the cities all became city-states. They not only controlled public life within the city walls, but also oversaw affairs in surrounding agricultural regions.